What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Keep It Real. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal Wednesday, November 28th. The big old baddie, Dragon's Dogma 2, has gotten its official showcase from Capcom, and I cannot be more delighted to say I haven't seen a single thing, and here I am about to watch it. If you don't know anything about Dragon's Dogma, I'm gonna just keep it simple. Good fantasy game. Just keeping it simple, keeping it real. This game is one of those that it's really low key. But once you get in there and you actually start to experiment with all the mechanics of the game, you truly realize just how great of a game it is. Even though the graphics are not up to par with some of the games we have today, man, let me just tell you, that game is just crazy. I love the enemies. I love the world. The world building in Dragon's Dogma is just top tier, baby. And now we're looking at the time right here at the bottom left, and we can see we got 29 minutes and 49 seconds in. That's not gameplay. They were just showing some of their previously launched games and future titles, not the big bad. But we got 44 minutes and 16 seconds, which means we got about 14 and a half minutes of gameplay. Of Dragon's Dogma, and I can just tell you right now, we are watching that in 3, 2, 1. Pop it. Like, see what I'm saying? They did a reveal trailer back 2 months ago where they actually showed some gameplay, but did we see any of that? No. We saw great gameplay, but we didn't see what Dragon's Dogma truly has to offer. It just looked basic, honestly. The last gameplay trailer made it look basic. Obviously, we had all that climbing, but we know.
Hello everyone, I'm Hideaki Itsuno, the director of Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm the producer, Yoshiaki Hirabayashi. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven action RPG set in an immersive fantasy world designed to place player choice at the heart of the gameplay experience. Today,
at the heart of
we'll
this
present you with the
experience.
latest news on Dragon's Dogma 2. First, check this out.
Check this out. What you got me checking out?
At last! The bell has tolled on the age of the console.
Oh. Something about the gameplay and the way everything looks.
Of the sovereign.
It's like Final Fantasy. Well, Capcom. Square Enix, sorry. They share very little graphics, but...
Have long awaited your
oh my gosh, dude.
Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
The Erd Tree.
This moment forth, thou art arisen.
Oh, dude. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just straight up fantasy. There's no playing. You just hop into a fantasy world. I doubt you're going to have to play the Dragon's Dogma 1, but I swear, if you have the opportunity to just go ahead and play it and you don't really care much about graphics, that is a great game to have in your arsenal.
Here's my chance.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls.
Ooh. The only head that rolls? Pause.
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place. Word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
Pitiable arisen.
Oh my gosh!
Arisen.
Who was she?
You need only believe in your own
Is that Millennia?
destiny, Arisen.
That's Renala. Oh, Randy, sorry. I was getting some heavy Elden Ring vibes from those enemies. The giant golem. Stone golems.
If ye intend to do what I could not, and fell the dragon true, I would gladly pass all of the wisdom I possess into your hands.
That armor is looking fire, man. I don't even know. Japanese games here recently have just been kicking it up to level 10 million. Back in the day, I could have told you a lot of Japanese games that were getting pushed into the West were mostly indie titles. Very low-key games like Persona. Persona's not low-key now, but back in the day it was. Still a banger, but it's low-key. Now, we take a look at things like Dragon's Dogma. Capcom, you need to relax. You're trying to break my pockets with all these Resident Evil remakes and all these beautiful Japanese fantasy games you're releasing. I don't even buy these games for anything else but the fantasy. I'm just excited to see what else they got. Truly. March 22nd. That's only like 2.5 months away.
How was that?
I'm just kidding.
We're excited to finally be able to reveal the release date for Dragon's Dogma 2. First, let's go over what you just saw.
Ooh.
Emerging suddenly from the sea, we meet the giant Talos, who appears for the first time in this game, and who you will have to figure out how to stop.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he was that big.
We've prepared some additional gameplay footage of Talos, so take a look.
Shadow of the Colossus type stuff, man.
What could possibly impel a being of such size
Oh
to
my
motion?
gosh. See, this is what I'm talking
I
about.
cannot but fear it will bring ruin wherever it treads.
Like, it takes so many aspects from other beloved games and puts it into one just smashed together, and it's just fantasy everything. Like, look at this.
Seems to me there are plenty of places our feet might find purchase on its hulking frame.
Let us do whatever we can to slow it down. It might prove futile, but it is
And I
better than watching on in
love the
despair.
Zelda climbing. I know it was in the original Dragon's Dogma, but I love that mechanic in
A puppet with a
games.
penchant for destruction is a nuisance nobody asked for. Let us be rid of it.
Indeed.
That boy was leaking.
Left unhindered, it will trample the world entire, but not on our watch.
Let us attack with the full sum of our strength. We must try to delay its course by any means.
If they're showing this, imagine what they have not hidden away. Oh my
As
god.
you can see, you'll be able to enjoy a variety of combat experiences depending on how you choose
Ooh, I
to
thought he was about to
tackle each
die.
situation. Keep your eyes peeled for more on Talos and its role.
Yeah, like what is the significance of Talos?
Dragon's Dogma is a tale of the Arisen, whose heart is taken by the dragon. While this sequel mirrors the world setting of the first game, the adventure takes place in a parallel world.
Ah, so they can start wherever they want to. Beautiful.
Vermund is the human kingdom, where you will be drawn into the power struggle for the throne. To have her son take the throne, the Queen Regent Disa plots to set a false Arisen. But why are pawns serving a false Arisen? On the other hand, the Beastren nation of Batal treats pawns as the source of misfortune, and instead worship the lambent flame to ward off calamity with Empress Nadinia at its center. Both kingdoms recognize the dragon as a threat, but their thoughts towards pawns and the Arisen differ. What will happen to the player caught between the beliefs and plots of these two nations? You can learn more about some of the game's intriguing characters on our official website. So,
Will I be
check it
able
out.
to recruit Wilhelma, whatever her name was?
In addition to the main
Are these-
quest line, you can talk to the inhabitants of this world to receive various quests and deepen your relationship with them. For instance, let's
And
look
I
at
should have
this
said
quest,
pause,
where
guys.
you need to befriend some elven siblings.
Like, I'm wondering how the companion system is working. I wasn't doing anything. I was just saying, like, can I befriend all of them?
You do not speak our tongue, do you? From this moment forth, so long as you remain by my side, I shall interpret for you.
Look. Oh my gosh, entering Elven Kingdoms.
Alcarwa firnun eldaya menelume sur caril. Martir fa nun fionor. Minas vena era.
Oh yes, sir.
My friend, if e'er I've had need to call upon your aid, 'tis now. I beg of you to join me in my sister's rescue.
Master, watch out!
And every time I see combat, I'm seeing that the characters are wearing different armor. So I'm sure we're going to be able to collect that throughout the gameplay. I hope so, at least.
Battles the ogre while my sister is
What is
clutched in his
that?
fist, but there is still hope. If
Oh,
I
ogre.
act quickly. Listen well, friend. I shall strike the beast's arm while my father holds its attention.
This is as much as I can show you for today. Hopefully,
What?
you'll find the rest of the quest
Don't act like
on your
that.
own.
Show me the whole quest. Show me the whole quest
In the
now.
village, you can see the Sacred Arbor, which is an elf settlement. The elves there communicate in their own language. And while the Arisen doesn't understand the language of the elves, if there's a pawn nearby who does, they will automatically translate it for you.
Man, that just
These
sounds dope.
specializations that pawns can acquire will make each of them more unique,
So what if you don't have a certain pawn?
more enjoyable to journey.
See, that's what I like. I like the fact that you can choose. Like how in Baldur's Gate, you choose somebody and it'll lead you through a whole different path. Character creator. Let's see.
It's not only the pawn's personality that reflects the player. Just like in the first game, the player can freely create the
Wow.
Arisen and the main pawn.
Let me just say, they stepped up their game
However,
immensely because the
we
characters
use
look much
photogrammetry
prettier than they did in the
technology
first one.
to increase photorealism.
Looks very
while
good.
Adding a way to simplify the process of creating characters. Selecting images that resemble the kind of look you have in mind provides a more intuitive way to create your ideal character.
You guys know who I'm gonna make as soon as I hop in there. If you know, you know. I'm gonna make Guts. That's immediately what I'm gonna go for. Get a big clunky sword and start smacking people with it. And I'm gonna kill goblins.
Now, I want to introduce the Trickster, a new vocation that's sure to bring something unique.
Oh, this
to
is what I had a
gameplay.
question about because he summoned a snake.
Exclusive to the Arisen, the Trickster is a vocation that wields the censer and uses the
Dude,
smoke
look
it
at these
produces
enemies.
to conjure illusions. By confusing the enemy into fighting themselves through illusions,
That's pretty dope.
or increasing the power of pawns beyond the normal parameters for a limited period of time, this vocation focuses.
The more choices they're gonna give me, the more I'm gonna play this game. I am loving all this. I know that I'm not talking as much as I usually do, but I am just enthralled by the fact that they just keep talking about how in-depth their world is gonna be, and I know that I'm trying so hard not to overhype this game because it truly feels like I am on the inside. Like I'm just so excited, but I know that Dragon's Dogma, the first one, was top tier. So I am looking forward to this with open arms. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh man, I didn't see all those people in the city." Yeah, I didn't see all the people in the city, but I'm gonna go fight ogres. I'm not gonna go stay in the city. I'm gonna fight a giant group of lizard men in the middle of the desert.
Focuses on support and use of unique strategies. The Trickster is a devious vocation that takes advantage of the enemy's enhanced behavior AI. It's a great fit for players who prefer to step back from the action and
See?
manipulate the battle from the sidelines.
That's a great feature to have. Not enough games have that where you can just sit outside
Next,
and control
we have a
people.
few additional details to share. Pre-orders for Dragon's Dogma 2 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam start today.
Oh my gosh, dude.
In addition to the standard edition, a deluxe edition will also be available. The deluxe edition includes additional items such as a special camping kit, along with other items that will help you prepare for your journey. Pre-orders of the standard edition will include bonus weapons for each of the 4 vocations available from the start of the game. And pre-ordering the deluxe edition will give you access to all the bonuses of the standard edition, plus access to additional accessories that can be equipped in-game. I hope you'll consider pre-ordering.
See, I like it when games straight up tell you everything you're going to get in a pre-order, and I know they shouldn't come out strong and just tell you everything, but honestly, if we take a look right here, this is what you get if you buy the deluxe edition. If you truly want to play the game and get all the content, this is what you buy, but you don't have to. That's what I like. When you're pre-ordering a game, it's not going to feel like you're missing out on content. I don't like it when pre-order bonuses are like extra missions or early access to certain weapons. If you're going to pre-order bonus that sucker, put it in pre-order bonus. I'll buy it later. If I truly like the game, I'll buy it later, and that's what I like about the pre-order bonuses just being cosmetic. Because if you pre-order it, you're just basically getting a free skin pack they're going to sell to people later on. The deluxe edition, who knows? I really don't know what everybody's cup of tea is, and I'm not going to assume. But I truly like it when it's just really cosmetics. It's not anything crazy.
Items such as a special camping kit, along with other items that will help you prepare.
Now this one right here seems like it might be a little nasty. See this one right here? Art of Metamorphosis and then Makeshift Galki.
For your journey. Pre-orders of the state along with the Warrior final accessories that can be equipped in-game. I hope you'll consider pre-ordering.
Keep showing us gameplay.
So, what did you think? The development team is currently making final adjustments to Dragon's Dogma 2.
Well, it looks almost complete.
We're all doing our best and hope you can wait a little longer until the release of the game. Before we go, let us show you some footage of the monsters we couldn't cover today. The Drake and the Doulahan, along with the Warrior and Sorcerer vocations, which were also in the first game.
Look at that Sorcerer in the back, looking like he's from the Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure it's going to show us the launch trailer now. Or the release date trailer. But that's a Drake. From Toronto. Dude, I'm going to have a blast just climbing on monsters and getting on their nerves and stabbing them straight in the cranium. Literally what I was saying, dude. Hold on, hold on. The Doulahan. If we look at the area itself, it looks like it's at night, so we might experience different enemies at night, such as necromancers and skeletons. Kind of like how Skyrim has different things at night that happen, GTA 5. Almost every game has included that now, but it's exciting to see that. I might have some replay value if I want to just play the game completely in the dark. Elden Ring even did that, and it was fun to just change the time of day, roam around, and find new bosses. Oh my goodness. He is taking her soul. Oh my gosh. She was just sitting. Hold up, guys. Sorcerer's just back there. Wizard. Hi, die. Like, come on, man. He's about to throw. They kill him with that? Oh my gosh, that was like a meteor shower. So I gotta say, after that whole clip, after the whole gameplay review, I gotta say that I'm more excited than I have ever been. And I know that, like I said, I know that I'm overhyping it just a little bit because I've played the first one, but I truly believe that the first one is top tier. This is completely subjective information that I'm about to spew. If you guys don't want to watch this part, you guys are more than welcome to skip to the very end and leave a like and subscribe to your boy. So, watching games like this, growing up having played so many JRPGs, so many fantasy games, that's my cup of tea. I've always been a really big fan of, for example, this scenery right here where you're this tiny individual just going against the biggest of all obstacles. And if you take it back to your own life, you're really this minute in the grand scheme of life. You're always going to be this small, and you have to find a way to conquer something like that. And just having those options that you have to critically think and go about fighting things in different ways just activates something in my mind as a gamer, and I'm sure it does to a lot of other people, that it just makes you excited for new battle experiences and experiencing a game in different ways. Playing it with different weapons and classes just opens up the ability to see from different perspectives. And I truly love how they basically showcase this entire fight, and they're using a ton of the climbing. So it's using an aspect of the game. It's not just throwing it away for just every single fight. In some fights, it's gonna make sense to do it. In other fights, it might put you at risk for getting damaged. And I love that. This was probably my favorite scene shown. Because what does this mean I'm going to get to do when the full game is out? Who else am I going to fight that I'm going to need these birds for? Because it's not only him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to have to climb another thing. Pause.
It seems to me there are plenty of places our feet might find purchase on its hulking frame.
If we look right here, I'm pretty sure these are the companions you can get. But, dude, from the first game, these characters are beautiful. Every single one is just amazingly done. I love the character creator. I don't think enough games put love into it, but Elden Ring did a fantastic job with theirs after having people look like ogres for the Dark Souls whole series. So you pretty much just ran whatever you got. But just seeing how you can be this
Just like
to
the
this,
first game, the player can.
I love options. If a game provides me with options, it provides me with value. With all that being said, guys, I will leave a link down below so you guys can not only watch the release date trailer, you guys can watch this if you guys want to watch it in its entirety, but I will put a timestamp on it too so you can just click on it. And then I'll put a link down to the original showcase so you guys can watch that too. And my video so you guys can see how I reacted the first time. But I am so hyped. With all that being said, guys, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. I am just overjoyed. Remember to leave a like and subscribe and have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't let anybody tell you anything to bring you down.